The dog is out under the table here, and the wife's at work. So, what is it time for, boys? It's time for a knife review. So, let's get to it. I was very excited to get this knife. As you guys can see, it is a ZT0450CF. Let's start here with the box. I will go through as much as in depth as I know. Obviously, I'm a pretty big novice at this, but we're gonna give it the best shot we got. If you guys know, I reviewed the Amicus. I'm reviewing the CT because, well, one, I just got it, and two, there's not as many reviews out there nowadays. I'm trying to pick the knives that I have that don't have so many reviews, so that people out there can get a look at some things that there isn't 12 or 13 of out there already. So here's the ZT box, 0450CF, Dmitry Sinkovich design. Obviously the CF is for carbon fiber, and the KVT titanium DLC. KVT ball bearing system for the flipper, titanium back plate with the DLC coating. Let's get the knife up here. As I said, pretty excited to get this knife. And I know I don't have the best video equipment. I get excited about these knives, but it's either the knives or the video equipment, guys, and the knives are gonna win out. I don't know about you, but that's how I feel about it. So let's start in with what we do know about this knife and the specs. So this knife weighs in at 2.7 ounces. It is just over 4 inches when it's closed, and I believe 7.4 inches when it's open, a 3.25 inch blade. One of the first pros about this knife is, we'll just look at it. Carbon fiber here, nice flipper on top, some sweet jimping, the nice ZT logo right there. Great. And something that always gets me about these knives, the little green spacers that they added in there, as well as you can see the blade, and it's pretty much centered perfectly, which is great, along with the weight. But that in turn, the weight is a pro and a con in my book, and the reasoning for that is because of the flipping system itself. The flipping system itself with the KVT, yeah, once you get it out, smooth as butter. Problem is if you guys have watched Apostle P's video on the 0450, the not CF version of this, it's the same way with this one. You have to find a way to hold this knife to flip it out. And if you're going to pay $180, which I didn't pay $180, I mean, I paid under that, but still, for the amount of money that this knife costs, to have something, and if you look at the blogs, other people are having problems with this too, to have something with this, the idea that it's not going to open very quickly. Some people say that theirs is like butter. I think mine needs to be broken in more. I'm getting much better at it, but there is a certain way to hold this knife to open it, especially when you first get it. Look at the great blade there. S35VN. Sorry if you guys hear the dog, he's snoring. S35VN, the 3.25 inch blade, nice little swedge on top, pretty nice little dagger sort of point there, good for cutting into and stabbing motions. Nice little lanyard hole, and then of course you can flip your pocket clip into left tip up or right tip up, which I'm right-handed, so I have the right tip up. The pocket clip, in my opinion, is a plus. I like it, and I like it for more than one reason. The knife is very small, smaller than I thought it was going to be, and it's not deep pocket, but because of that, I think because of the smallness and the weight of the knife, you're sitting here and if you grab this piece here and pull up out of your pocket, It's great. It also, and again, if you watch any of Apostle P's videos, this little indentation right here, because the detent on this knife, to me at least, like I said, I just got it, so it needs some breaking in, and it's getting better, but the detent's so tough when you first get it that you have to learn how to hold this knife. And again, that's the problem I'm getting back to. If you're going to pay $160, $180 for this knife, you should not have to find a certain way to hold this knife. It should be your knife. What you know to pull out and just flip like that. Now, that didn't seem like that took a lot of force, which compared to when I first got it, it didn't. But I've my finger's pretty red from the end of that, and I don't consider myself really like a wussy. I have small hands, but it is tough to open this knife. And as many people know, if you hold even a little bit of pressure up against this the lock bar on the frame lock, you will not be able to deploy this knife, which is a big deal in my book. So yeah, like I said, they're probably sitting there like, oh, he's bashing this knife, he just got it. I don't know, I was expecting it. It's a ZT. I was just, what you see about ZTs and what most people know is the overbuilt portion of this knife. Overbuilt, but it is a very small knife in comparison to ZT, which some people may love. Like I said, I have small hands, and it fits in the hand to what I feel is okay. Not everybody says that. Everybody says it feels great. Holding it here with the jimping on top, yeah, this is comfortable. Any other way of really holding it, you don't feel like you have a great hold of the fact that this blade, 3.25 inches, on this smaller frame, and the fact that it weighs 2.7 ounces, you just don't feel the balance, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So people are like, oh, okay, that's you. I'm just giving you my thoughts and my opinions on this knife for what I like to carry. I mean, I am used to, and I'm doing this with one hand, like I said, either equipment or knives, boys and girls. Here's your PM2, right? Same size blade as far as cutting. But I'm just, I am just so used to be able to flip this out. The smoothness. I mean, you got that. You got your thumb. You can bring it out. It's just so nice to be able to flip up. Nice and open configuration. And obviously this isn't a comparison, but love the feeling of the G10 handles. I love the feeling of this carbon fiber handle, don't get me wrong, and it is beautiful with the open design here. Great stuff. Just depends on what you like, and as I've told many people before, I'm a people person. I like hearing people's opinions and what they feel about different things. I'm a registered nurse, so for me, dealing with people is a daily in and out grind, and knowing what other people feel about not just healthcare but knives is something that I'm searching for, and one of the reasons why I make these videos. Let's get back into this. So it's just it's a fantastic it's a fantastic knife in the fact that you could sit here and hold this. You feel like you're not really holding anything. And to me, that for some reason is one of the slight drawbacks. And like I said, maybe I'll get used to it more. Let's take a look at this here. So we have KUSA Sinkovich 0450CF. On the S35VN, great steel. Should hold an edge and not be too bad to sharpen. Frame lock's got a steel insert in it. KVT ball bearing system. So like when I'm putting this blade back, it's like butter, and it does have a little bit of suck back. Push it in and boop. just you kind of heard the little click there. That I like a lot. I like the design of the blade. It's just part of me feels like I should have got the 0452 CF for a larger knife. I mean, this is my first ZT. I did kind of shy away from Kershaw and the Kai USA brand. I went more Spyderco Benchmade. This is the Launch 4 in comparison, 1.9 inch blade. If there's any other knives you guys see that you want me to review, let me know. I got a Launch 3. People are like, you think the Launch, you think that this Launch 4 and you're talking about knives that are really small. Well, I just thought this was a sweet novelty knife. It's just very cool. How could you go wrong with that little button press and watching that flip out? That is just so cool. And it was in a good price range, you know. At least for me, I thought it was in a good price range. Here's a mini grip. The mini grip to me, yeah, it's got a smaller handle, but it's a little beefier. It's got little metal inserts in there. It just feels like I'm holding a little bit more of something, and I love the smoothness of the blade. I love that. So I don't like how it's closed design, but this is a great EDC knife, and I'm a huge fan of the Axis lock. So you just can't go wrong with an Osborne. How smooth that is. That's what I'm used to. You pay good money for these. And to me, to get it out of the box and have this, what seems to be great breaking in time, is like, it's just not really what I'm for. I mean, you guys know the first knife, if you see my first review, Axis lock, Amicus 490, you barely have to push that flipper. And I know it has spring assisted. It's got a very smooth Axis lock. It costs more. I understand that, but still, I just feel that there's some drawbacks. Centofonte 3. Not a huge fan of backlocks. I just really like the looks of that. Imanix 2. The mirror finish on there. Whoa! Light in your face. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I also wanted to give a little shout out. I hope this is okay. I think they'll like this. But I got the Amicus and this ZT0450 CF, and I got it from Recon One. I'm in Indiana, and they also sell on eBay, as well as their own retail site. Next day, free shipping. I ordered this knife last night at 5 o'clock, and they had it to me by 9:30 in the morning, you know, some 1,000 miles away, and at no extra charge. They do that with all their knives. As you see, there's a little area cut off here on this. So I was kind of testing my knife to cut it. But yeah, thanks a lot, Recon One. Happy to do business with you. I hope you like the shout out. Yeah, so if you guys got any other questions or anything else you can think of, let me know. As I said before, there are some flaws to this knife, I feel. There are some flaws, but it is a beautiful